Former Tyrone All Star Eilish Gormley talks to her Carrickmore minor team at half-time in a top quality county final in June. Impressive goals hit the net at both ends, indicating that all is well with underage ladies football in Tyrone. In the coming weeks they will contest both the All-Ireland minor final and the All-Ireland under-16 semi-final. So hopes are high that Tyrone will be a force at senior level in the not too distant future.
There's absolutely no reason. I mean, our minor girls won the All Star title this year, and they'd won it last year as well. You know, we've some cracking good players, but you know, it takes a whole lot of work to gel all that together. There's a number of factors. You get girls going to college, you know, and maybe the dropout rate of football, and that's something that we need to make sure we do as an association, is to keep all those girls playing for as long as we possibly can. I know in our game today we made 4 substitutions. You know, we had a panel of 21, and every one of those girls gets playing. I think, you know, we need to look at ourselves and make sure that if you have 2 or 3 subs sitting on the line, that they don't just sit there. You know, that we use those girls, because you know, if you sit on the bench, they'll eventually just quit and they'll drop off, and that's not helping anybody in the long term.
Eilish's Carrickmore team lost their final to Kappa, but that was only Grade 2. This was the Grade 1 final, Killeeshil defeating Aoife at Edendork. The winners have been together for some 10 years and are captained by Louise Kelly, who will also captain Tyrone in this weekend's All-Ireland minor final.
Well, hopefully we'll go on and we'll win the Ulster with Killeeshil, and hopefully with Tyrone we'll go on and do big things like the All-Ireland there. So, like I've said, we've been so lucky that all of us girls have came. Like, it's just, we've all just came in a batch, and we get to know each other so well. We've all been in the same primary school. That's what it's about in Killeeshil. We all go to the same primary school. We know each other from we're 4 years old, and we just love playing alongside each other and giving it everything for each other.
I have to admit, up to tonight, all I really knew about Killeeshil was Hub. Now I know that you've got a great team.
I know, that's what a lot of people only know about Killeeshil. You like, people ask you, where are you from? And you say, Kevin Hughes' club. But the girls in our club really shine for us, and we've shown it this last 5 or 6 years where we've been so lucky to have an excellent bunch of girls all came through together. So that's what it's all about.
There's more connections with famous Tyrone men's players. Peter Canavan's daughter, Anya, scored 2 goals for Errigal Kieran on her championship debut. And in the same game, current county man Dermot Carlin saw his wife score a superb goal to seal victory. These players are all a product of sound structures in Tyrone ladies football, starting in the primary schools where girls play and enjoy, like this extra time win for St Patrick's Castlederg.
We're all on fire then in the extra time. We all wanted it so bad that we had to get there in the end.
And the goal really did it in extra time.
Aye. We were pumped up at that stage.
And tell me what Gaelic football means to you and where you're from.
Well, I go to school in Castlederg, but like I'm from Aoife, and it's pretty much my life. I just love it so much, and when I go home I'll probably play some, and then I probably have training the night too. So I have training 4 nights a week, so it's just my lifestyle.
There's plenty of support for ladies football in the county, and the future looks to be bright. But Tyrone are currently behind Donegal and Monaghan, so there's a lot of work to be done, though it's not all down to the coaches.
Well, I'd say most of the players that I played with, we probably all did our own stuff out in the backyard, and that's where we learned to play. So, you know, getting out and practicing yourself, you can't, you know, all the training in the world's not going to make you a brilliant player. It's what you do in your own time, I think. You know, none of us had the structured training. It was the hard work and dedication that we did in our own backyard. And sometimes players go to training and they leave it at that. They do their 2 sessions a week or 3 sessions. But it's about getting the ball in your hand and being out every evening with the ball. That's the difference.